Good morning, Year 3 Amber. Mr. Goodall here. In this maths lesson, we will be converting minutes into hours. So just like seconds into minutes, there are 60 minutes in an hour, just like there are 60 seconds in a minute. Our LI for this lesson is to convert minutes into hours. Please pause the video whilst you copy this down, and I'll show you something. So the time on this clock has just reached 3 o'clock. So as you can see, the second hand is counting up to the number 60, whilst on the bigger hands and the bigger circle of the clock, there is a 60 there. So the 60 in the smaller circle represents 60 seconds, and the 60 in the bigger circle represents 60 minutes. So it is 60 minutes. Which is an hour. So we're going to be working with the bigger minutes and the dots around the side. So what I'm going to show you now is converting 60 minutes, 180 minutes and 300 minutes into hours. So let's start off with 60 minutes. So we're going to minus 60 minutes off each group of minutes, just like we did with seconds into minutes. So what I'm going to do is take 60 off 60, which is 0. So we're going to draw a bubble. This time the bubble means an hour rather than a minute. So I'm going to put dots which equal 10 minutes and 6 of these dots per bubble. So 60 minutes equals 1 hour because we have one bubble with 60 minutes inside it. So each dot represents 10 minutes. So let's go with 180 minutes. So let's take 60 away from here. And from that, we have 120 minutes left. So that gives us, as we've taken away 60, our first bubble, which has 60 minutes in. So we have 1 hour so far. Let's take away 60 from that. 120 minus 60 is 60. So from that, we have another bubble with 60 minutes in it because we've taken 60 minutes off. So far, we have 2 hours. Take away 60 from there. We have 0, which gives us our final hour bubble. We have 3 bubbles representing 1 hour each. So 180 minutes, as we have 3 of those bubbles, is 3 hours. So last but not least, we have 300 minutes. So 300 minus 60 equals 240 minutes, and off of that we have one bubble which represents an hour. Take 60 off of here. We have 180 minutes left. So we have 2 hour bubbles so far, so we've got 2 hours. Minus 60 from 180 is 120. So that gives us another bubble. We have 3 hours so far, but we're still not down to 0 minutes yet. So let's minus 60 again and see where that takes us. So we have another bubble with 60 minutes inside. So take away 60 from 60, which, as you probably might have guessed, gives us 0. So from that we have another hour bubble. So let's count up the bubbles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 hours in 300 minutes. So what we're going to do now, year 3, is turn minutes into hours. So I've given you 3 groups to do on your own. So they are 120 minutes, 240 minutes, and 480 minutes. So if you can give yourselves 10-20 minutes to do that, and I'll go through the answers with you. So the first question is, how many hours is 120 minutes? So let's do 120. Take away 60 to get our first bubble. So 6 dots per bubble, because there's 60 minutes in an hour, each dot representing 10 minutes. Take away 60 again is 0, which gives us our second bubble, making 120 minutes 2 hours. 240 minutes. So again, we start off by taking away 60. And then 240 minus 60, 180. So that gives us our first hour bubble, with 60 minutes inside it that we had taken off 240. So take away 60 again, gives us 120. Take away 60 from that, and then finally we have 4 hours in total for 240 minutes. Sorry, I forgot to put the number there. 4 hours. So our final question is 480 minutes. So 480 minus 60 is 420. So that gives us our first hour bubble. Minus 60. 360. Second hour bubble. Minus 60. 300. Minus 60. 240. Minus 60. 180. Another bubble. So 180, going on to a new bit of paper, minus 60 equals 120. Minus 60, let's put an hour bubble there. Is 60. An hour bubble there. So remember to put 6 dots per bubble representing the 60 minutes in an hour. And 60 minus 60, as you may have guessed, is 0. Let me just tidy that up. And then so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 hours in total. So a lot of you might be thinking, are there 60 hours in a day? The answer is no. There are 24 hours in a day. Still a multiple of 6, but not quite as big as 60. So I hope that clears up any questions that you might have regarding the next stage of time. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson and found it useful. If you could submit your work to year3@grange.harrow.sch.uk, that would be much appreciated, so I can give you some feedback and encourage you to learn even more about time. So thank you very much. See you in the next one.